that, we're back on. I hope you all stayed with us so we can continue our graduation ceremony. I don't even know how to start. This is Class 11 knows what this is about. I have them on Zoom, and we've been chatting with them to tell them what's going on. And of course, they said, hashtag 2020. It's just another step in their journey that just seems to kind of go right lockstep with what has happened over the last few months. I'm Scott Seiden. I'm the program director for the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program. I have the honor to present the class to everyone that's online, but I have a few comments to the class first. Class 11, your journey together, which started more than 18 months ago, has been and continues to be like that of no other NELP class. Together, you've been through the heartbreaking loss of parents, you've celebrated marriages, you've experienced the joys of bringing new children into the world, with one more on the way, and, of course, endured a global pandemic that forces us to celebrate you virtually, when all we really want to do is be together for the warm embraces of hugs and pats on the back to recognize your accomplishments. If I had to choose a strength finder talent to represent your entire class, no question, adaptability would certainly be in your top five, and probably your number one. Taking a nearly 5-month break in that final third of your program due to the COVID virus, you stayed strong, supported one another, and somehow completed an ambitious class project that had the NELP management team worried that you had bitten off more than you could possibly chew. But you did it. You killed it. Your project supporting cottage housing will have long-lasting impact for the organization and their clients. But even more so, despite the bumps and valleys along the way, it brought you together as the high-performing team you have become. The NELP program is famously difficult and notoriously secretive. Your class has handled the test of the unknown, and though you've challenged the process, the field faculty, your classmates, the facilitators, me, you've arrived here today as better leaders, better partners, fast friends, and dare I say, family. However, like family, every relationship needs nurturing. I urge you to stay committed to one another, to check in with each other regularly, to take advantage of NELP events for reconnecting and developing relationships with those in the Senior Fellow Network you are now joining. We call this event a commencement and not a graduation because today marks a new beginning, not an ending. The job is not done, Class Rona. With your NELP tools in hand, we expect you to roll up your sleeves, join your Senior Fellows brothers and sisters, jump into the fray, and make positive change. We're confident that you'll succeed, just as you have done during your year together. You've received the NELP training made even more difficult by the year that is 2020, but you've done it with style, with grace, and with a fierceness that this community needs from leaders like you. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the NELP Senior Fellows. We can't wait to see what's next.
And now we're going to get to the main event, which is the presentation of the fellows. And so, Mr. Seiden, once again, the way that we're going to do this is Scott's going to announce the fellows, and we have a question that we want to ask each one of the fellows. So, Mr. Seiden.
And we're coming to you live from the Guild Theater. We have 10 people in our theater here, but those of us who are here, we're going to applaud for our graduates as we announce them. Our first graduate is Theodora Appling. Thea is a creative services specialist for Lucas Public Affairs. She is a board member and chair of the event committee for Design Sacramento.
Thea, we have a question. How do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
We appreciate your patience. This is something new that we're trying. We've taken a chance on this, doing this live. We've had a few bugs along the way, but we're going to make it work. Ask the question again.
Thea?
And the NELP thinker, an energetic leader who's inspired by the possibilities of the future. All of the leaders in my life who gave me a chance, responsible for something, and believed in me are all the people that I hope to emulate in my future leadership journey. During this process, I learned that I could be a part of a group of strangers and make something beautiful happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Thea.
Our next graduate is Chastity Benson. Chastity is the Acting Director of Operations and Educational Programs of the California State Association of Counties. She has joined the board of Child Action Incorporated.
Chastity, how are you?
Often that you're given the opportunity to take a year of your life
to conduct a personal self-audit to reflect on how far you have come, where you want to go, and what you want to improve in a quest to become the best version of yourself. NELP gave me that opportunity and the tools I needed to be authentic and influence the change necessary to create systems that work for everyone. Much appreciation to my classmates, mentors, and facilitators for your encouragement and walking alongside of me on this journey. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Kimberly Diaz. Kimberly is the Senior Regional Philanthropy Officer for the American Red Cross. She is a board member of both Cottage Housing, Inc. and Opening Doors.
Kimberly, how do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
Maybe we come back to her.
We'll come back. We're going to come back to Kimberly.
Our next graduate is Tracy Ewing. Tracy is an innovation specialist for the State of California's Health and Human Services Agency and a senior analyst at the Department of Healthcare Services, as well as the owner and stylist of Hair by Trixie. Tracy expects to be joining the board of Single Mom Strong in November.
Tracy, how do you see yourself differently after your NELP experience?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes.
I see myself with a different mindset around service and leadership and my ability to get involved aid within my community. And by embracing my unique set of strengths and not dwelling on my weaknesses, realizing I do have skills and value to offer. I see myself as more confident to speak up or ask questions, and now know that I do have something to contribute to the conversation. And you guys may be creating a monster. I see myself as more comfortable being my genuine self, accepting that that being authentic is a good thing. And I see myself prepared to lead from wherever I am, to lead from that I have many new tools in my toolbox. I also see myself very lucky to have an awesome network and to be a part of the NELP family.
Our next graduate is Tiffany Harder. Tiffany is an investment officer for CalPERS. Tiffany has joined the board of Wellspring Women's Center.
Tiffany, how do you see yourself differently now following your NELP experience?
Frankly, I see myself clearer. I think there's a lot more that I could say, but there's a lot in that, and that means a lot for me. This program allowed me to experience things in new ways and experience myself in new ways and learn about what I need to be at my best so that I can contribute and really engage in meaningful efforts. So thank you to all the NELP faculty, to my classmates and my mentors. Thank you so much.
Our next graduate is Riley Hayek. Riley is the Chief Operating Officer for St. Hope. She is a board member of the Sacramento Children's Home.
Riley, how do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
I think they're watching the YouTube stream and there's a 30-second delay. I think that's what's happening.
Well, I remember in water polo, my coach told me at an important meeting that for the next year, he wanted me to focus on 3 things. He said, I want you to be smarter, faster, and stronger. And I really feel that on a professional level, this year of NELP has made me smarter, faster, and stronger. So thank you, Scott and all for this wonderful program. And I'm grateful for all the relationships that have been built. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Sedalia King. Sedalia, oh, thank you. Sedalia is the Manager of Government Relations for Advancement Project California. She is a co-chair of the Black Legislative Capital, or BLAC Association, a board member of the UC Davis Government and Public Policy Alumni Group, and the Communication Director of California Young Democrats.
Sedalia, how do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
NELP has helped me become a more thoughtful leader. The program has provided me with a language and a community to help navigate these new spaces as I move upward in my career and in my leadership. I'm incredibly thankful for my classmates and for our program leads for this amazing opportunity that I will definitely look back on with grand memories.
Our next graduate is Adriana Lucero. Adriana is the Impact Director for City Year Sacramento. She is a board member and District 39 Area Director for Toastmasters International and a committee member of both the Advocacy and Walk to End Alzheimer's committees of the Northern California and Northern Nevada Alzheimer's Association.
Adriana, how are you different following your NELP experience?
Thank you, Scott and Scott. Because of NELP, I'm able to name and use my strengths better than I was able to before. Because of NELP, I feel more connected with my Sacramento community. And I feel more confident that I belong. And I feel in the room. Thank you, Class 11, for all your encouragement and community along the way, and I look forward to many hugs and happy hours to come after this year.
Our next graduate is Adne Mack. Adne is the Senior Director of Equity Services for the Association of California School Administrators. He is a board member and chair of the Policy Committee for United Advocates for Children and Families, an advisory board member of the Rebel Venture Network, and an advisory board member of Elevate Teaching.
Adne, how do you see yourself differently after NELP?
Thank you, Scott. And Scott, I appreciate it. I think that I have found that I'm a more compassionate leader than what I thought. I see myself as someone who understands now how to leverage my relationships and how I can benefit my community and be a role model for others. I want to thank my classmates, though, for they showed me who I am and who I can be as a leader. I appreciate that, and I appreciated what it means to be a member of NELP and to be an alumni of NELP. Thank you.
I just need to give a little instruction to our class. There is a 30-second delay from our live here on stage to what you're seeing on the live stream. If you can pay attention to your chat box on Zoom, you'll know when you're coming up. Please don't wait for the live stream to catch up to us. Our next graduate is Keedy McGee. Keedy is president of the Argent Insurance Agency. Keedy is a board member of the Arthritis Foundation and will be joining the board of Women's Empowerment in November.
Keedy, how are you different following your NELP experience?
Keedy is president of the Argent Insurance, board member of
Following my NELP experience, I have a more comprehensive understanding of my own strengths and weaknesses. I learned that my strengths are things I can leverage and use to push myself to succeed, and my weaknesses are areas where I need to develop and build to push myself further. I now use effective ways to give feedback as well as receive it. I'm intentional about using the tools given to motivate and increase my skill levels as well as others. I now have a heightened awareness of how and when to implement effective leadership skills. I will continue to start with heart, follow through with passion, lead by example, and continue to work on myself. Thank you, staff, my classmates, and my mentors.
Our next graduate is Erica Murgira, excuse me. Erica is a project manager for the State of California Department of Human Resources. She is a board member of Child Action, Inc. and the epistolius, or historian, of the Eta Alpha Sigma alumni chapter of the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority, Inc.
Erica, How do you see yourself differently after your NELP experience?
Thank you, Scott and Scott. So it's always my intention to leave the people and places better off than when I first encountered them. And NELP has certainly helped me do that. Following my NELP experience, I have more tools and have developed my skills to be a more effective servant leader, which is important to me. I'm leaning more into my strengths and operating more from a primary position rather than a secondary position. And I would like to thank my NELP family, my NELP cohort, my mentors. It's been a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Nkirika Catherine Ohebu. Nkirika is a business loan specialist for the U.S. Small Business Administration. She is a board member of the YMCA of Superior, California, is secretary of Ada Homes Incorporated, and is secretary for the Igbo Catholic Women's Organization, Sacramento.
Nkirika, how are you different following your NELP experience?
And NELP has certainly helped me do that.
NELP gave me the
Following
tools
my
to
NELP
recognize.
experience, I have more tools and have developed my skills to be a more
NELP gave me the
effective
tools to
servant
recognize my
servant
strengths and
leader, which is
weaknesses. I see myself as more confident and more willing to take risks, conversations I shied away from in the past. NELP has opened up my world and mental, gave me the confidence to go after what I want. In addition, I no longer feel limited, plan to be more involved in my community by joining city boards and commissions and eventually pursue my dream of elected office. Thank you, Scott, and my NELP family and mentors for your guidance and love.
Our next graduate is Jarita Pichon. Jarita is the health equity strategist and lead of the Perinatal Equity Initiative for the California Department of Public Health. She is a board member and secretary of Sharing Parents, Sacramento.
Jarita, how do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
Thank you, Scott and Scott. I see myself more clearly following my NELP experience. My strengths already lay dormant within me. Acknowledge, explore, and mobilize them. Before NELP, I saw myself as needing to add something to help my career progress, whereas now I see myself as an asset equipped with the tools necessary to make positive change and progress for myself, my class, the best class, my organization, my board commitment, and my community. Thank you to my classmates, our facilitators, and the Scotts for your support and this amazing opportunity.
Our next graduate is Allegra Dawn Pickett. Allegra is the grants manager for the Teichert Foundation. She is a board member and co-chair of the annual event committee for the Sacramento Regional Conservation Corps, a board member and co-treasurer for the New Testament Baptist Church, and an advisory board member of Mentoring Black Sisters, Inc.
Allegra, how are you different following your NELP experience?
Thank you, Scott and Scott. I gained new leadership and professional skills from the seminars, tools, books, community events, the group project for Sacramento Cottage Housing, and my mentors. I also feel more connected to the region because of the relationships I have with my cohort members and the NELP alumni. This experience gave me the push I needed to embrace the next level of community service. And I just have to take this moment to thank Fred Teichert for this incredible opportunity. Thank you.
Our next graduate is Jarrett Powell. Jarrett is the owner of the American Purchase. He has joined the board of Teach for America, California Capital Valley, and is the programs director for Youth in Real Estate, known as WIRE.
Jarrett, how do you see yourself differently following your NELP experience?
This NELP experience has helped me find my strengths through Strength Finder, Command, Strategic, Competition, Achiever, and Significance. It exposed me to weaknesses I had in team settings and equipped me with tools and resources to transform my leadership style and overall business trajectory. I now see myself as a catalyst for change and a front runner to the next generation of leaders. I want to thank my class for being flexible during these unprecedented times, and all our facilitators for bringing us the knowledge for leadership practices. Thank you guys very much.
Our next graduate is Shelley Smallwood. Shelley is a senior project manager for SMUD. She has joined the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters of the greater Sacramento area.
Shelley, how are you different following your NELP experience?
NELP gave me the confidence to lean into and embrace my strengths. I appreciate every speaker and word of wisdom that was shared. I am ready to step in and step up on issues that affect us in the community, as well as serve my community. I am also ready to leap out on faith in my professional career. I thank Scott and Scott, my mentors, Class 11, the NELP family, and SMUD for your support and this opportunity to grow and be stretched.
Our next graduate is Simone Thomas. Simone is the owner and training center director of Heart Vibes CPR. She has been appointed to the board of the Arthritis Foundation of Northern California and Northern Nevada.
Simone, how are you different following your NELP experience?
This experience has transformed me into a confident, outspoken, and professional, able to advocate for the betterment of my community members. I stand for honesty, transparency, hard work, and empowering leaders in our community to live out their truest potential. I am more equipped to lead and collaborate with community leaders in developing impactful change. Thank you for this experience. I am forever grateful. I stand for honesty, transparency.
Our next graduate is Jocelyn Williams. Jocelyn is a certified trainer and advanced grief recovery method specialist for the Grief Recovery Institute. She is a board member of Green Technical Education and Employment, or Green Tech.
Jocelyn, how are you different following your NELP experience?
What has made NELP special and unique for me has been learning to really value what makes my leadership unique. In the past, I was really inclined to believe that only certain personalities can be seen as a leader, but now I don't wait to be seen as anything. I lead as I am, as my introverted and introspective self. And I'm really happy to begin the next chapter with this in mind. And I just want to thank everyone for this opportunity.
Our next graduate is Anya Woods. Anya is a business technology analyst for SMUD. Anya has joined the board of Cottage Housing, Inc., is a leadership council member for the Sacramento Women and Girls Advancement Coalition, serves on the community service and social justice team of Sigma Gamma Rho, and is an advisor for the Sigma Gamma Rho ROAR, or youth group.
Anya, how are you different following your NELP experience?
Thank you, Scott and Scott. I am so thankful for my NELP family, my mentor, Yan Marshall, and of course, my classmates of class 11. Because of you, I know how to lean into my strengths to be a more confident leader with my crown sitting a bit higher, and I'm ready to make change in the best way possible, starting with my family and expanding with as far as the reach as possible. I will continue leading with heart and from the heart. Thank you all.
Now, we were having technical difficulties with Kimberly Diaz, so we're going to circle back to her. Kimberly, if you are there, please identify yourself.
Kimberly.
Thanks, Scott and Scott. As a result of my NELP experience, I will lean into my strengths, recognizing that I'm at my best when I'm being strategic and lending my talents to further missions of nonprofit organizations that I care passionately about. I will be more confident, assertive, and direct. I am more confident in uncomfortable situations and will tackle crucial conversations head on. I will continue investing in myself to further knowledge of organizational leadership. I will continue to seek out opportunities to teach, coach, and mentor relationship managers, sales managers, and fundraisers. As Cassandra Pye said, leap and the net will appear. Thank you to Scott, Donnie, Chris, Scott, and my mentors, classmates, and NELP family for helping me to grow and take my leadership to the next level. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, folks, as you have heard, this is an incredibly special and impressive group. Let's take a moment and all, wherever you are in the universe and tuning in this evening, let's give all of our graduates a wonderful round of applause. To Class 11, welcome to your future. You have now stepped in. All of this was preparation. And as Scott Seiden said a little bit earlier, and now the real adventure begins. We look forward to seeing what's next for all of you. And please continue to connect with each other, but connect with us as well. We are so invested in you, and we wish you every success in your future. You're part of a family of your class, but you're part of the broader NELP family as well. We welcome you and look forward to fellowship from now into long in the future. Thanks to our guests, our sponsors, SMUD, Sac State, KJ Johnston and KJ2 Productions, and thank you all for joining us for this wonderful evening. God bless and good night.